Hello learners, I'm Ana Maria Arsenal and welcome to the second part of your Module 6. Make sure you have watched the previous lesson entitled Of Ripples and Reflection, Human Impacts on Fresh Water before you proceed watching this video. So this will be the continuation of your week 6 task in Earth Science. In Lesson 1, you have learned the difference between direct and indirect water use. And now in this new lesson entitled Of Dirt and Digs, Human Impacts on Soil, will help you understand soil degradation issues. You will take a look at soil science, soil matters, and the growing trend in human activities that affect soil resources and its life-sustaining function. Through this unit, you will explore global and local uses of soil in agriculture and human development through a simple soil aggregate model. Finally, the lesson introduced the concept of soil sealing and some soil health principles as groundwork for you and your family to identify current practices and apply sustainable approaches to soil use at home or in the community. After going through the lesson, you are expected to first identify soil function and soil threats. Second, compare healthy soil from a degraded soil. Third, identify human actions that can have significant impacts on soil health. And last, plan a soil conservation and protection project that improves soil quality and quantity. In the previous modules, you have learned about Earth consisting of 4 subsystems across whose boundaries matter and energy flow. At the overlapping boundaries of the heat atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere is the critical zone of soil. It is here where air, water, mineral, and life intersect and interact. You also study the importance of common rock-forming minerals and how these rocks undergo earth processes to offer mankind with natural resources and energy supply. At present, soil as a dynamic and finite resource is defined as unconsolidated mineral or organic material on the immediate surface of the earth formed from a parent rock material through processes that shows the effect of climate. Macro and microorganisms, the topography of its location on land and of formation on time. 40 to 50% inorganic mineral particles, rock particles too big to be soil, sand as large soil particles, silt as medium soil particles, and clay as small soil particles. 50% empty pore spaces in soil filled with either air that allows exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen gas for the respiration of organisms, or water for uptake by plant roots and leaves organisms. 0 to 10% biological organisms or parts of biological organisms, living or dead, from microscopic plants and animal to the microscopic bacteria, archaea, and fungi. Included here are the animal and microbial waste products in different stages of decomposition breaking down into humus. The soil organic matter is the most important component because of its influence on the physical, chemical, and biological properties of a healthy soil as it carries out its different soil functions. For your first written work on What's New Activity 1, The End of the Soil, as you can see, there's a figure of hourglass on the upper half of the hourglass. All you have to do is encircle the missing words in the soil function list. On the lower half of the hourglass, encircle the italicized words in the soil threat list of global soil functions and soil threats. Soil services are basically determined by the soil properties, texture, mineralogy, and soil organic matter. Soil texture and mineralogy are dependent on the parent rock materials, which change very slowly over time, while soil organic matter changes easily due to human-induced impacts. Soil organic matter is critical to sustainable soil management because of its quick response to changes and our ability to use and manipulate it. Soil degradation results to reduce soil function and lower ability to support ecosystem services needed for human survival and well-being. Minimizing or stopping significant soil degradation is important for the sustainable maintenance of soil services. This is more cost-effective than restoring degraded soils. Conversely, the arrangement of the solid parts and pore spaces of soil is called soil structure. For your second written work on What's More Activity 2, My Bread and Soil Structure, you have to do the experiment and answer the following guide questions. In this activity, you will use bread as a simple model of a soil aggregated. Observe how soil erodes due to water or wind flow, how soil contaminants get dispersed by water, and how water flows when soil is compacted or sealed. This activity is designed to introduce the concept of soil aggregated stability, which is critical to soil function and soil health. For the first part, available water capacity, use bread and flour to represent a soil landscape with aggregated and unaggregated soil particles respectively. Observe what happens when water hits the aggregated and unaggregated soils. For the second part, soil contamination. Observe what happens when polluted water hits the aggregated and unaggregated soil or when water hits a contaminated soil. For the third part, soil sealing. Both soil and scapes are partially sealed, covered by a cement tile that represent an impermeable material. Observe what happens when water hits the sealed soil and escape.
Yes, that's right. I am Aaron Ruiz, and let's proceed to your next task. What is it? Read and analyze page 22 to 26. In this part of our module, you will understand the soil, the threats from the natural and man-made disaster, and the different particles of soil. Soil degradation is the lost land product capacity in terms of lost soil fertility, soil biodiversity, and degradation. Soil degradation causes include the articular, industrial, and commercial pollution, loss of arable land due to urban expansion, overgrazing, and unsustainable agriculture practices, and long-term climate change. What I have learned activity 3 on page 26. For this activity, we will use our talent in drawing and imagination in your house. Sketch your house or living space area. Draw your house from bird eye view. It means evaluate view of your house from above. Good luck, learners. What's more, read and analyze page 26 to 27. In this part of module, you will gain more knowledge about household and gardening. The home gardening can be defined as farming system that combines different physical, social, and economical function on the area of land around the family home. It uses place work and for the storage of farm produce. The home gardening is also a place where people live and meet each other and where children play. What I can do. Activity 4 on page 28. For this activity, design or create a plan for your future green space at home or household garden. In number 1, describe 2 soil water conservation practice you will use in your plant. For number 2, sketch or draw green space or garden where you apply conservation practice. And for number 3, write a paragraph that justify answer why you choose the conservation practice and the location. Discuss the benefits of your green plant. Good luck, learners. Additional activity on page 29. For this activity, choose one activity from option 1 to 3. For option 1, do the slate test. Measure the stability of soil when exposed to rapid wetting near your vacant lot or garden that has both tilted and untilted soil. For option 2, write a persuasive letters to your parent or guardian regarding your plan in maintaining and creating green space or household gardening. And for option 3, design, research, a study based on soil structure and soil health. Good luck, learners. Assessment. In this activity, use what you have learned from this lesson and answer this assessment honestly. Choose the letter of the correct answer. And after answering all the activity in this lesson, please check the learning task with answer key at the end of this week module. Be honest and do not cheat. Now you are done in our lesson for today. I assume now you know the impact of human to soil. Congratulations, learners. See you in our next lesson.